So, time to rock and roll. So, good morning. For me, it's still morning. I think for you, most of you, it's afternoon. So, let's see. Hi, Manji. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Vitali. Hi, GW. Great to have you all here. Let's see. What was the... Okay, yes. This article was about the way that we lie to ourselves and we believe our own lies. Yeah, and this is a mechanism to, well, help us feel better about ourselves. Okay, so, well, let's see, let me read the last one. They did not seem to recognize how much they had relied on the cheat sheet. However, since they predicted that they would do equally well on a second test featuring another 100 questions without the answer key, which I'm sure they didn't. Okay, so let's put the first question in place. Here we go. Okay, yes, we've got people coming in. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Kartik. Great to have you. Okay, so let's see. Okay, Kartik, what you've got to do is you've got to find the right word to fit in the gap. Sveta, good morning. And Vibes, great to have you. Okay, somehow they had fooled themselves into, with, from, thinking that they had known the solutions to the problems without needing a helping hand. So, somehow they had fooled themselves into, with, from, thinking that they had known the solutions to the problems without needing a helping hand. Okay, yes, this one's pretty easy, isn't it? We've got into for Vibes, into for Vitali, and into for Manji. So, and Juan Lim as well, great to have you, and Jinty and Patricia. So, into for Juan Lim, for Jinty, and for Patricia. Okay, so notice very often we find this collocation into thinking. Yeah, he tricked me into thinking. He fooled me into thinking. Okay, and very definitely the right answer. So a good start. Notice into gives the idea of motion or transition from one place to another or from one state to another. Yeah, so from not thinking it into thinking it, and this is the idea. Oh, and I'm sure it will again. I like the phrasal verb to crop up, to appear by chance. Okay, so to be sure of this conclusion, Chance repeated the whole experiment with a new set of participants. This time, however, the participants were given a financial reward for accurately predicting their results in the second test. Audacity, overconfidence, self-confidence, indiscretion would come with a penalty. No, it's not possible to fool somebody from something. You fool them into thinking. No, to fool somebody from thinking. No, definitely not, GW. Hi there, Valentine. Great to have you. Okay, let me read this again then. To be sure of this conclusion, Chance repeated the whole experiment with a new set of participants. This time, however, the participants were given a financial reward for accurately predicting their results in the second test. Audacity, overconfidence, self-confidence, indiscretion would come with a penalty. So, this is interesting. That's interesting, Vitali. So let's see. We've got indiscretion for Vibes. We've got indiscretion for Vitali and for Manji. Vitali says audacity might fit as well. I think audacity definitely is my second answer. So, what does indiscretion mean? What's the meaning of an indiscretion? What, to be indiscreet? Yeah, my indiscretions. I understand your idea of this as in to make a mistake. Patricia goes for overconfidence. So we've now got a change in the order. Audacity meaning the nerve. Ginty goes for indiscretion. Okay, to commit an indiscretion. Yeah, okay, I'm going to say indiscretion would fit as well. Yeah, but it's not my favourite answer at all. Overconfidence for Valentine as well. Okay, so they need to predict their results accurately. From the previous one, they felt very confident because they had the answers. Imprudence is better. Let's see. In this one, overconfidence. Well done, Patricia. Overconfidence, being too confident, because here they are predicting their own abilities. I think I'm going to accept audacity and I'm going to accept indiscretion as well. But overconfidence, being too confident. Yeah. This time, however, the participants were given a financial reward for predicting their results in the second test. Overconfidence would come with a penalty. Yeah. Because let's see, they're judging how well they're going to do on a test. I guess indiscretion, but I'm much happier with overconfidence, being too confident, because this is talking about their confidence in their own abilities. Yeah, he had the audacity to be rude. Too cocky. Yeah. Being too cocky. And that's the idea of what the article is trying to say. So, my congratulations to Patricia and Valentine there. That's good. Okay. If the participants were conscious of their behaviour, you might expect this inspiration, goad, bait, promotion, incentive to reduce their overconfidence. And here you see they did use overconfidence. If the participants, temerity, that's audacity, yeah, their temerity. Yeah, that's a good word, Ginty. If the participants were conscious of their behaviour, you might expect this inspiration, goad, bait, promotion, incentive to reduce their overconfidence. That's better. I couldn't find my handkerchief. Okay, so if the participants were conscious of what they were doing, that they were actually looking at the answers a bit, then you might expect this, this thing to promote what they're doing. Yeah? Caught cold. I think it's probably hay fever because it's incredibly hot at the moment. I'm sure it's going to be 38, 40 degrees today. Okay. Inspiration. Now, an inspiration, you get inspiration from something. Yeah? He was inspired by a good teacher. To goad is to push somebody into doing something that they don't really want to do, particularly aggressively or violently. This bait, which Patricia's gone for, you see, bait, I always had the idea of bait has something bad hidden inside it, because when you go fishing, you always have the bait around the hook. And I think this is just incentivizing their their desire to get the answer right. So definitely incentive. Hi there, Haddy. Great to see you. Bait is a lure. Bait is to catch. Bait has the idea of a trap. Yes. And it's not necessarily a trap. Yeah. It's just to see how their ways of thinking change. Promotion, advertisement, advertising. Yeah. Okay, so very definitely an incentive. Yeah, because bait normally has some sort of barbed hook inside it, or some sort of downside when you take the bait. Okay, so we're going to have another one any second now. Huh. Okay. Woof. Okay, I believe I am back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry about this. Okay, there we go. We're back again. I'm sorry, I had a little problem there. As in bait your hook with a worm, Vitali says. Yes, very definitely. Okay. In reality, it did little to perforate, stab, bite, puncture the participants' inflated self-belief. They still fooled themselves into thinking they were smarter than they were, even when they knew they would lose money. This suggests that the beliefs were genuine and deeply held, and surprisingly robust. Incentivize, very definitely. I like incentivize. Incite normally has the idea of to push somebody to do something that's maybe a bit dodgy. Okay, so decoy could be bait. So puncture for Vitali. Joan Lim. Puncture for Patricia as well. I see. This looks better. Yes. Okay. You incite somebody to a greater effort as well. It's true, very definitely. Stab part. Onomatopoeia disturbed if not caught from the beginning. Okay. From Tenerife. Good morning, Manuel. No problem. Yeah. Okay, yes, my connection is not great today. I don't know what's wrong with it. Okay, so puncture for Sveta as well. Let's see. Inflated belief. Yeah? Something that's blown up, that's getting bigger and bigger, and you want to take a pin and puncture it. You could puncture somebody's ego. Yeah? So CTURE, yeah? Yeah, there was a big lag in the stream, yes. And I think there still is. Grrr. And we're still getting more lag in the stream as well. Okay. Puncture their self-belief. Okay, it's because something's getting bigger and bigger. I don't believe it. Okay, well, we'll see. I think you're going to have more big lags in the stream again. Okay, we're just going to have to try some patience with this. Okay, it seems to have connected again. Yes, not really. Okay, so the answer was puncture. I'm going to put the next one up because it's definitely it's coming through, but with lots and lots and lots of lag. Okay. No, I've had a pretty good run without problems recently. Okay. Finally, it's back. And I'm not sure how long this is going to last as well. It's coming back up again. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, it happened to everyone. Yes, because it's from me. Okay, I believe I'm back again. Okay, so it's not hard to see how this might apply in real life. A scientist may feel that their results were real, despite the use of fraudulent data. A student may believe they earned their place at an authoritative, prestigious, upper, puissant university, although in spite, despite, regardless. Okay, so we've got prestigious and despite for Vitali, prestigious and despite for Valentine, prestigious and despite for Manji. What about this word puissant? I definitely made a video about it a couple of days ago, but I'm certain it hasn't been published yet. Okay, so if something's authoritative, it knows what it's talking about. So somebody could have, for example, an authoritative opinion. Yeah, this book is very authoritative. Yeah, it explains well. And prestigious for vibes and despite as well. Puissant definitely comes from French. Yeah. Yeah, high tech is a real problem sometimes, Manuel. Hadi goes for prestigious and despite. And prestigious and despite for Patricia. And Oppa says prestigious as well. I'm waiting for Patricia to give us the meaning of this puissant. Yeah, because it's a pure French word. Upper class. Yes, an upper class. An upper tier university. Yeah. Upper class, though, notice Valentine would mean posh. A powerful, yes, there we go, Patricia. I knew you were going to get this one. Puissant means powerful. Yeah. And, well, I guess a university could be powerful, but it doesn't make it a prestigious university. Yeah. Okay, puissant, powerful, mighty. I like that mighty as well, Vitali. Okay, and Oppa goes for despite. Earn them a place at a prestigious university. Very good, Manuel. Vigorous. A vigorous university. Vigorous means full of life, but it doesn't necessarily have prestige. So, yes, that's it. Very good, George Washington. In spite of or despite. I would probably say regardless of as well, although they had cheated in a test. So definitely here, despite the structure, and a prestigious, P-E-S-T-I-G, a prestigious university, a university with prestige, with a very good reputation. Puissant is your option B. It could, I guess puissant might work, but it's not the best idea. Okay, yes. But for P it was easy. Impuissant. Puissant. Powerful. Powerful. Full of power. Yeah, they have the puissance in horses as well, which is shows the rider's ability to control the things they do. Okay, moral sincerity. The use of self-deception to enhance, upgrade, garnish, aggravate, trim self-image has now been observed in many other contexts. Okay, yes, so moral sincerity. The use of self-deception to enhance, upgrade, garnish, aggravate, trim self-image has now been observed in many other contexts. Okay, so we got enhance for Vibes, for Vitali, for Oppa, and for Joanne Lim. Okay, and for Valentine and for Manji as well. To garnish. Normally, garnish is to put something pretty round food when you serve it. Yeah, so I don't know, my steak was garnished with lettuce leaves. Yeah. 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 Okay, and Hadi goes for enhance as well. Okay. To garnish. Garnish means to decorate outside. Puissance is like vigor. Yeah, puissant is power, powerful. This word directly means power in French, or powerful. Yeah? Okay, and Patricia goes for enhance as well. So, to trim means to cut the edges off. You could trim your hair or trim your fringe. To upgrade sounds like a machine or a computer, and I don't like it at all. Enhance. To make better, to make... Enhance. To make better, to make stronger. To make more resilient, more robust. Very definitely to enhance. Hello, Saeed. Great to have you. Okay, to garnish, to decorate, to put something to make it look pretty. Yeah, particularly with a plate of food. Okay, let's try the next one then. Here it comes. For instance, Yuri Gnesi at the University of California has recently shown it can help us to justify potential disputes, confrontations, discord, contradictions, conflicts of interest. And of interest is the important word here. So, and trim means to cut off a little bit. So great to have you, Renyard. Lovely to see you. I listened to that morphine suffering the other day. I actually rather enjoyed it. Yeah, it's incredibly heavy. Yeah, but it's the sort of thing I like. That was quite funny. So let's see. We've got conflict for Vibes. We've got conflicts for Vitali, for Oppa. Conflicts for Valentine. To enhance self-image. That's the idea, Manuel. Very definitely, Manuel. Okay, so this is talking about where you have two interests that don't go together. Yeah, so I don't know, for example, medicine and money. Yeah, you need to choose the best solution for your patient, not the one that's going to make you the most money. Hance, to hance. I've never heard the verb hance, but it might exist, Manuel. Okay, so conflict of interest for Manji, for Juan Lim, for Hadi, for Patricia is a phrase, a conflict of interest, very definitely. Yeah, conflict of interest for Renyard as well. Okay, a conflict of interest, very definitely. This is a collocation. A conflict of interest is where you stand to benefit by choosing one thing. Yeah, is where it's difficult to be unbiased. Yeah. To justify potential conflicts of interest in our work. Very good, Manuel. Okay, so it's effectively two things, two conflicting things, two things that are opposite, are working against each other. Okay, so here we go with another one. That's better. In a 2020 study, Gnezi asked participants to take on the roles of investment advisors or clients. The advisors were given two different opportunities to consider, each of which came with different risks and different payoffs, finales, climaxes, epilogues, bounties. They were also told they would receive a commission if the client opted for one of the two investments. Okay, so here, a financial advisor who makes money from giving advice, this is the conflict of interest, because maybe he's going to choose the thing that gives him most money, not the thing that is best for the client. I'd like a beefsteak garnished with grilled potatoes. Sounds perfect, GW. Okay, so we've got payoffs for Valentine and payoffs for Vitali as well. Conflict of interest is the best option because that is the collocation. And payoffs for Oppa as well. Yes, yes, yes. Let me have a little bit of this. In a 2020 study, Gnezi asked participants to take on the roles of investment advisors or clients. The advisors were given two different opportunities to consider, each of which came with different risks and different payoffs, finales, climaxes, epilogues, bounties. They were also told they would receive a commission if the client opted for, chose, one of the two investments. Okay, so we've got payoffs for Valentine, for Vitali, for Oppa, for Renyard. Hence is not a thing. Payoffs, incentives. Or the payoff is the amount that you get, with different risks and different payoffs for Manuel, for Hadi, for Patricia, and for Manji. So very definitely, payoffs. Head bounties. A bounty hunter is normally somebody who goes to arrest criminals who have a bounty, a reward on their head. Hi AS, great to have you from Iran. Okay, a bounty. A bounty's like it's sort of like an extra prize. Normally the finale of a film, the denouement, the climax, the most important point. I guess bounties might fit Sveta, but payoffs is much better. Different bounties, it might fit, but it's not a very good one. And the epilogue is the bit that goes after a story, what happens after the book has finished or after the film has finished. So very definitely we're talking about payoffs. The next one I quite like. Okay, so yes, the payoff is what you get, different risks and different payoffs. I think probably in that the payoff here is talking about the money that the client gets or the way that the client gets it. In one set of trials, the advisors were told about this potential reward at the very start of the experiment, before they started considering the different options. While they were obviously, ostensibly, patently, plainly picking the best choice for their client, they were much more likely to go with the choice that was favourable to themselves. Now, this one I quite like. In one set of trials, the advisors were told about this potential reward at the very start of the experiment, before they started considering the different options. While they were obviously, ostensibly, patently, plainly picking the best choice for the client, they were much more likely to go with the choice that was favourable to themselves. So we've already got two answers. Yeah, I guess where there's a payoff, there's a climax and a bounty. It's true. Hello, Zila. Great to have you here, Zila. So let's see. Ostensibly for Vitali, Valentine goes plainly. Ostensibly for GW, for Manji, and for Oppa. Yeah. Yes, it's a different type of context. Yeah, a bounty is more like a prize or an extra thing. Ostensibly for Hadi. This is very good indeed. So, obviously for Juan Lim. Obviously for Manuel. Reynard goes for ostensibly. Okay, that's why definitely this question. Ostensibly for Patricia. So if you look, obviously, patently, plainly, these words have the same meaning. They mean clearly. Yeah? And ostensibly is different. If something is ostensible, it looks like one thing, but it's actually another. So the ostensible reason for him going to her house was to study with her. But the reason he went is because he liked her and wanted to ask her out. Yes, like bonus. So something that's ostensible or ostensibly, this is the reason that you can see, but it's not the true reason. Yeah? So the ostensible reason is the reason that they're telling you, that they're giving you, but it's not the real reason. Seemingly. I like that synonym, Vitali. That's very good. Yes, okay, ostensibly, yes, they're hiding their the fact that they're getting money. Yeah, so they say, I'm choosing the best for you, but they're not. Hello, Flower, lovely to have you. And let's try one more before we finish. So, yeah, the ostensible reason is the reason that's shown, the reason that seems to be true, but it's not the real reason. Ostensibly says there's trickery involved. Okay, ostensible. It's a really good one to add to your vocabulary, GW. In the rest of the trials, however, the advisors were only told of this potential reward after they had been given some time to consider, assess, weigh, out, in, up, over, the pros and cons of each. This time, few chose to let the reward influence their decision. They remained honest to their goal of giving the best advice to their client. To naked eyes. I really like that. Yeah, ostensibly, to naked eyes, Hadi. That's very good. Good afternoon, Shukri. We're right at the end now. He wanted to see her mother. That's very good. Well, very often the mothers are more attractive than the daughters, Patricia. Okay, Flower says consider out. Oppa says consider out. Vitali and Valentine and Vibes go for way up. Okay, so we've got... a difference of opinion. Ostentatious. Ostentatious is different. Ostensible is very different. Ostentatious is flash and showy. Ostensible is what seems to be true. We've got way up for Hadi. To way up for Manuel. Okay. To way up for Renyard. Okay, so let's look at some of these. To consider. I wouldn't use a preposition. Yeah? To weigh up sounds good for GW. So, consider, no preposition. To assess, no preposition. Weigh up for Manji as well. To weigh, so it's definitely weigh. To weigh out means to physically weigh, so the shopkeeper weighed out a kilo of nuts for me. Ostentatious, pompous, I love it. To weigh up, very definitely Manuel. Okay, to weigh in. A boxer weighs in, or a jockey weighs in. So you check in at a certain weight. To weigh up, very definitely. To consider, to weigh up the pros and cons, to weigh up the benefits and the negative bits, very definitely. Weigh over, honestly doesn't work. Let me give you one more then. Okay, so weigh in, to interject or interpose. I like that, Vibes. That's very good. Okay, so I'm going to give you one more. The fact that knowledge of the personal benefits only influenced the participant's decision in the first scenario suggests that their self-deception was unconscious, unaware, oblivious, psychosomatic. It changed the way they were calculating the benefits and risks without them being aware of the basis, so they could feel that they were still acting in the client's interest. Here. Ha! So, Mogadishu update said, let us pray. Ostentatious behaviour as a peacock. That's very, very good, Manuel. Yes, very definitely. Yeah. Okay, which is completely different from ostensible. So the fact that the knowledge of the personal benefits only influenced the participant's decision in the first scenario suggests that their self-deception was unconscious, unaware, oblivious, psychosomatic. It changed the way they were calculating the benefits of the risks without them being aware of the bias, so they couldn't feel they were still acting in the client's interest. Okay, so unconscious for Vitali, for Oppa, for Shukri, for Sveta, for Renyard, oblivious. So oblivious for Hadi, but oblivious of were oblivious of it. Was oblivious. The self-text was oblivious. I guess oblivious might just work, but Unconscious is much better. So unconscious for Sveta, for Renyard, and for Patricia, and for Manji. Yeah. Their self-deception was oblivious. Comma. It changed the way. Yes. I think if you put a comma as opposed... I think it maybe if you put a comma here, was oblivious. I think oblivious might fit. I'm going to accept oblivious, although the answer was unconscious. Unconscious for GW as well. What's this word, psychosomatic? Yeah, just one of my random words thrown in. What is psychosomatic? What does psychosomatic mean? And then after that we'll stop when we had a good definition of psychosomatic. Yeah, okay, psychosomatic. Yeah, was in oblivion. Was in oblivion. Was without being cognizant of. Okay, and hello as well, Sohelia. Unconscious. I've got from you, Vitali. Yeah, the Mogadishu update. Okay, so I didn't read that. Yeah, Mogadishu update. I was going about my normal business at 5 p.m. the other day when someone who I didn't know from Adam and Eve approached me and went, "Let us pray." Well, maybe it was prayer time, Muslim prayer time. Yeah, after some time, okay, referring to body and soul. Okay, I like Shukri's definition. The effect of psychological factors on health. So if an illness is psychosomatic, it's you have feelings or you have symptoms, somatic, from the way you feel. So if something's psychosomatic, it's caused by your mind. Yeah. So for example, hypochondria is well, not necessarily. Well, it's probably psychosomatic. But somatic talks about symptoms. So if something is psychosomatic, symptoms appear because of some of your the way you're thinking. Okay. Self-deception is where you trick yourself. Yeah? Self-deception. You think that something is right. Yeah? But you are tricking yourself. I definitely like Shukri's the effect of psychological factors on health, psychosomatic. That's very good. Okay, so self-deception. Yeah, if I said I'm the best runner in the UK, that would be self-deception. Yes, that's much better, Patricia. When you see someone you don't like, you get a headache. That's psychosomatic. Okay, psychosomatic. So pent-up feelings can cause psychosomatic effects. Yeah, okay. It has a physical effect on you. How your thought processes affect your well-being. That's very good. Yeah. You will feel like down with yourself. Yeah. Okay, so that's enough for today. Let's see. It's been great having you all. Next live at 4 p.m. UK time on Thursday, 14th of July. And that will be the sentence transformations. So thank you all for coming. It's been wonderful to have you. So let's see. Thank you, GW. Thank you, Vibes. Thank you, Hadi. Thank you, AS. Thank you, Vitali. Thank you, Manu. Thank you, Patricia. Thank you, Shukri. Thank you, Sveta. Thank you, Miranda. Thank you, Hadi. Thank you, who else? Thank you, Vibes. Thank you, George Washington. Thank you, Renyard. Who have I missed? Thank you, Oppa. And thank you, Joanne Lim as well. And thank you, Valentine, as well. Okay, if I've missed you, sorry, but thank you very much. Take care, all of you. It's been great having you. See you on Thursday. Stay